Hello and welcome to the GrapeSEED Official Podcast. On this episode of 10 Things, we welcome Grace Bois, a trainer in Japan. Welcome to the podcast, Grace.
Oh, hello, Adam.
There was a time in the olden days where Grace was in charge of Northern Japan, the schools up in Northern Japan. I had Central Japan, and friend of the show, Mikolos, was in Western Japan. But that was many, many years ago.
Yes, but don't say how many, because then everyone will know my age. Possibly.
Fair enough. You are 6 months younger than me, so we're in the same boat. So let's get started here with your favorite material.
Yes, I have two. Well, actually, I have many, but I had to narrow it down. If I had to narrow it down, I would say that Unit 25, the song Are You All Right, is one of my favorites. And Unit 4's The Spider's Web is definitely one of my favorites.
Okay, well, we haven't heard Unit 25 mentioned before, so why is that song in Unit 25 your favorite?
Well, I think it's my favorite because it was used for part of the training that we did for talking about the new stuff to GrapeSEED back in 2019.
Okay.
But I personally really just love it because it's super catchy and the phrases are just extremely useful. You know, the songs, I don't even actually know the complete tune of the song, but it's like, hey, are you all right? Are you okay? Did you learn an important lesson today? Something like that. And it's just funny, you know, because it's a song is about a girl who's riding her bike, you know, and then she kind of crashes, she closes her eyes and she crashes into a tree. And so
I think it's a light pole, but
funny. Oh yeah, the light pole. And so it's just funny because then someone would say, hey, are you all right? Are you okay? Did you learn an important lesson today? And then actually after that, I saw a Mason class and these kids, they were singing this song and I think the teacher did something and then the kids were just like, are you all right? Did you learn an important lesson today? And to the teacher, and it was just so funny. And so I think that's just been really imprinted into my mind about how like just the GrapeSEED songs, the GrapeSEED everything actually, it just has some catchy phrases and that are just extremely useful that you can use in your daily lives. That's why I like that one.
I would encourage people, because probably most listeners haven't listened to that song in Unit 25, but if you jump on the portal, go to that digital resources tab and open it up, you can probably listen to it there.
Yes.
And one thing that is really cool about that particular song is that you really start to notice how the music changes as our students get older. So when we're in Unit 1, Unit 2, the songs sound like songs for 4- and 5-year-old kids, right? They sound really kiddie almost. But as you start getting into Unit 25 or even 19's The Valentine Song, those start sounding like actual pop songs that teenage kids or kids getting into their teenage years would actually gravitate to. So that's another really cool design, not just in the sophistication of the language as students get older through the units, but also the music itself and even the art style really starts to target their age group that they're in.
Yes. And can I talk about Unit 4, The Spider's Web?
Please do.
So The Spider's Web is one of my favorite stories because it's about a spider who's inviting different bugs to come and dance on his web. And so I love being the spider when I tell this story because then I can use my spider voice and say, hello, little ant, come dance with me on my web. And then I get to be the little ant saying, no, my father says that ants must never touch your web. And you know, at the end where the bird helps. And it's just, I think I really get into it. And then when I was teaching it, one time I read the story through and the kids were like, again. And I think it just made me feel super proud of myself because kids having to listen to the story one time and then wanting it again immediately after means for me that, wow, I'm such a great storyteller. And so I think that's where I feel like the different voices and the different things that I do with the Spider's Web allows me to really become a good storyteller. And so I guess that's why I like the Spider's Web, because it showcases off my skills.
Yeah, and it builds that dramatic tension that really gets kids wrapped up into the story too.
Yeah.
So is Unit 4 your favorite unit as well?
Okay, so no. Actually, Unit 2 is my favorite unit.
Okay, why is that?
And I hate to be cliche and say that it's because that's the unit I first started teaching GrapeSEED with. But I think there's just something about when you first start teaching GrapeSEED, and it's the unit where you see the magic of GrapeSEED happen. And so I think with Unit 2, I started it and I really saw what GrapeSEED was, what it does for the kids, and how it helped the kids and how excited the kids were. And so I think I just fell in love with that unit. And there's just some great components in there.
Goodbye, my friends, goodbye. I'm sad to say goodbye. It was a good day, but now I will say goodbye, my friends, goodbye. Goodbye, everyone.